I have a 12-hour screen time average, and it's mostly just me scrolling reels, and I think many of you can relate. So I decided to take the responsibility on myself and in this video become as productive as I can, which means no more reels. So I spent some time doing research, and I found these 5 productivity hacks that should make me more productive. And I will start with the simplest one to then slowly build my way up to the better ones. And the last one should be crazy good, hopefully. Alright, so trick number 1 is cleaning your environment, and as you can see it's already cleaned, even here. So everything in my site while I'm trying to lock in, and that should hopefully make me locked in. But I don't really think this one trick is gonna solve everything, so I'm gonna mix in trick number 1 and 2 together. The second trick is simple, and it's basically you have to throw your phone away. Okay, maybe don't throw it away, but just keep it in another room. These 2 tricks should help me, because when I'm studying I have my phone over here and I just pick it up to scroll reels in the middle of a session. So I'm gonna go ahead and study for a bit and see how much I can focus. But alright, session number 1, let's go! And that's session number 1 done. I honestly didn't think it was gonna give me this effect, but I was actually focused when I was studying. I had absolutely nothing in front of me distracting me, and it actually made me focus somehow. So I would rate this trick like a 5 out of 5 just because it's so small that it shouldn't really even matter, but it actually does matter. It actually makes you focus more, which is really amazing. But there is still one issue left, and it's that I'm bored when I'm studying. Like I just want to hop on the game or do whatever, like watch a movie or something. But we will solve that later on in the video. For now, let's go to method number 3. Up until now, I've been listening to lo-fi music in the background when I'm studying, and I read online that that's really bad for your focus. It's gonna make you unfocused and not be able to think properly. And a lot of people have talked about this thing called frequencies. Like when you're studying, you can listen to white noise, brown noise, and that's what we're gonna try next. So for session number 2, I'm gonna turn on this big TV and I'm gonna play a frequency in the background instead of lo-fi music. For session number 1, I studied for 20 minutes, so I just made myself some popcorn and I'm gonna play this in the background and let's see if I can focus longer. Session number 2, let's go! Alright guys, I just finished the session. The white noise did indeed make me focus, but I'm even more bored now. But the next trick is supposedly gonna solve my boredom, so I'm really excited to see how it goes. But I have to go make food and stuff, so I'm gonna see you guys in a couple hours. I was honestly waiting for this trick. As absurd as it may sound, I've heard that it actually works, so I'm excited to try it. And it's basically that you stare at the wall for 10 minutes, and instantly after that you have to start working. Guys, I can't lie, I've never been this focused in years. So yes, this is another 5 out of 5 method, because I actually did an entire hour of studying with no music, no distraction, no nothing in the background. And to be honest, I haven't really paid much attention to it, but today, with all these methods, I've done more work than I usually do in an entire week. Anyways, the next trick is a trick that takes an entire day, so I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow.
10 hours later.
Alright, so it's the day after, and the next trick is gonna take the entire day, and it's gonna be me making an entire reward system. And as you can see, it's 12:30. That's because I've started doing everything, but I didn't record. Here's a list of everything I wanna do, and this is how I'm gonna reward myself for it. So basically, if I study an hour, I'm gonna give myself an hour of dopamine time, and I'm gonna call it dopamine time because you can do whatever you want. You can play games, you can watch anime, you can do whatever you think gives you dopamine. And this trick is really good because when you're done doing all your work, all your studying, is gonna give you this feeling of a reward. It's kind of like you worked hard and now you deserve your break. So when I woke up, I already studied an hour and I also edited a video, and now I'm gonna study 1 more hour. I'm gonna write a script, I'm gonna do some other stuff, and just as some extra motivation, if I finish this entire list, I'm gonna give myself an extra hour. But alright, let's get to it. So I studied and edited and wrote a script, and finally I went to the gym. Alright, this pretty much concludes everything. Now it's time to rate all the methods. So method number 1 and 2, I would low-key give them a 5 out of 5 just because they're so simple, but they have such a big effect. Because all I had to do was clean my table and throw away my phone, and it basically made me many times more productive. The only downside is it doesn't cure your boredom, And that's a big issue with the third method. It actually made me more bored, so I would give it a 0 out of 5. But that's where method number 4 comes in. Staring at the wall, as crazy as it might seem, it was actually really helpful because somehow it fixes up your dopamine receptors, so I would also give it a 5 out of 5. So from now on, I'm gonna be using method 1, 2, and 4, but number 3, I won't really be using it because it's complete cap, bro. Listening to white noise might help you a bit, but it's not worth it. And lastly, the best method is number 5, and it's because gamifying everything makes you feel like you deserve the break you have. So it makes you kinda excited to do the work, and that's how I basically felt in the morning when I studied. I felt excited because I knew that I'm gonna get rewarded for it, and it actually made me keep track of everything. And to be honest, I did more work today than I would do in an entire week, which is really crazy. So all in all the methods are really good, but the best one is the last one because it actually cuts down on your screen time. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment of what you want to see next. And I'm gonna see you guys.